Dynamic Daisy hit the ground running, bouncing from Cuba to Spain before landing in Harrison, New Jersey when she was 7 years old. As a child, Daisy's natural charm began to blossom.
She's always been so great at working with people in the sense that she makes you feel like she's been your friend for years.
But her trademark reserve had already flowered.
She had a lot of friends, but she wasn't all that close to a lot of people.
Like most Latin families, the Fuentes kept a close eye on their captivating daughter. But while Daisy claimed she spent most nights home with her beloved TV,
I would watch, I was a total geek. Remember The Love Boat on Saturday night?
Live for it!
her close friend Chrissy Rodriguez remembers things differently.
Her parents were quite strict. Daisy, although always seemed to know the right things to tell her parents in order to be able to do whatever she wanted.
For the most part, the life of Harrison High School's homecoming queen was the same as other teenage girls.
We do a lot of cruising in the car. All of us had new cars that our parents got us for graduation, and we definitely put a lot of miles in those cars.
But unlike other girls, Daisy prepared for fame and fortune.
I remember distinctly that she used to sign her name a lot in paper, and I used to ask her, why, what are you doing? She'd say, here, keep this piece of paper, because one day it's gonna be worth something.
Daisy didn't have a clue as to what she'd be famous for.
I was jealous of those kids who knew exactly what it is that they wanted to do all their lives, and from the time that they were 10 years old, they've been already focusing on their career and their education, and I was just like, whatever.
Little did she realize that Lady Luck was just a few feet away.
I saw her growing up. We were next door neighbors. She was the girl next door.
In the form of Mary Levecki.
I felt that she had a very soft look about her. She was always so sweet. She was tall. She had a good figure. And being in the business that I'm in, I'm a fashion designer, I see those type of girls all day long.
The next thing Daisy knew, she was posing for Mary's boss, famous clothing designer Piero Dimitri.
I said to Dimitri, are you going to let Daisy in the fashion show? And he was like, Maria, I don't know. She's too young. She doesn't have the experience.
She conspired with co-worker Brett Newbig to change Dimitri's mind.
Mary and I were on a move to transform Daisy into the ultimate high fashion model.
Daisy dove into a crash course in modeling.
I worked with her on the runway, basically up and down the ramp, showing her what to do, what not to do, when to turn, when not to turn, when to put her hands in her pockets, when not to put her hands in her pockets.
She was fabulous, and it was like her first time. It was like, Cinderella.
She came down the runway, she turned, she pivoted, she took off her jacket and showed it so flawlessly as any top model would do.
I saw something very special.
Dimitri put Daisy in his next fashion show, and she took her first step on the runway to success. Coming up on Model, Daisy makes the move to TV.
It was a lot about being at the right place at the right time.
And gets down and dirty with show diva RuPaul.
We have these cigars here, and they tell me you're going to be on the cover of Cigar Aficionado.
Right.
Remind you of anything?
Yeah, a big cigar.